Hello, everyone, and thank you for watching today. Today, I want to talk to you about the sign that I have behind me. And it says, success is more about attitude than aptitude. One of the things that I've learned, and this is from John Maxwell, and he always talks about the attitude of a leader. And it's one of the main keys that he uses when it comes to leadership. He says that in order for you to be a great leader, you have to have a great attitude. And I remember when I was in the sales industry, in order for me to be more successful than other people, my attitude had to be completely different. And what I meant with that is there's a lot to do with the way you connect with the world and the way you express a message to somebody else, depending on what your attitude is. Your attitude has to do with what you believe, especially with what you feed. And what I mean with feeding has to do with what you feed your mind. If you're always positive or negative, or just to make it more precise, if you are always positive, you're always going to be giving something positive to the other person that you're interacting with. And that could be heard, that could be felt, that could be recognized, whether you want to express it or not. Meaning your attitude expresses itself in every way in your life. What do I mean? I'm trying to figure out how I can explain this better. So if you are positive, you're going to express yourself better. You're going to be smiling more. You're going to be more happy. Therefore, you're going to be treating people better. That is what attitude is. So if your belief in, let's say, at the beginning of the day is like, this day is going to be horrible, then once you start to go to work, once you start to go into your craft, whatever you do during the day, your day is going to go based on what you are thinking, on what you are believing. And your attitude is going to express itself according to what you believe. So if you believe that that day is actually horrible, if you're going to have a bad day, if it's just overall is everything is bad, then everything you see is going to be bad, right? Therefore, your attitude is going to show it. You're going to have a bad attitude for today. You're going to think about, like, if anybody in while I was driving, if anybody cut me off, I'm going to flip them off because I'm having a bad day. It's just a horrible day today, right? So that all of that is going to be transferred to who you are and what you're going to experience throughout the day. That's why that phrase, success has to do more with your attitude than aptitude. Aptitude has to do with what you learned, what you are intellectually learning, meaning going to school for, math, science, stuff like that, right? So aptitude can teach you something about life, but it can really give you what you believe. Therefore, it has nothing to do with how you're going to express yourself, how your attitude is going to be. And once again, when I was in the sales industry, and I will notice myself having a good attitude with people, I will be more successful than other salespeople. Meaning, when somebody came to buy something from me, I will be like, "Hey, how you doing? How's your day going?" I will have a positive attitude. I will treat them like they were the best customer at that time. And I will get referrals from people because people will feel comfortable with me. Why? Because all I'm doing is providing good service. That's what sales is all about, right? But my attitude was going based on what I believed. So in the mornings, I will tell myself positive affirmations. I will say I'm a great salesman. I'm a great person. I'm gonna provide for my family today. I'm gonna make my family proud. I'm gonna make good money. I'm gonna be positive. And therefore, when I got close to a person, or when I started giving my services, I will be able to be just more humane, right? More positive, more upbeat, more engaging with people, Why? Because you are expressing yourself based on what is going on in your mind. That's why attitude is so crucial. Because in order for you to be getting to a complete place of success, you have to be very, very aware of what your attitude is. Because at the end of the day, if you believe that you are not able to make anything out of your life, if you believe that you have to have certain traits, you have to have certain age, certain height, certain weight, anything you can think about that is physically. If you are thinking that they are labels that you have to fit into in order for you to be successful, then if you don't have those labels, you're going to start acting in a bad way because you're already thinking that you're not going to be successful because you don't fit into those labels. Therefore, your attitude is going to transpire into something being negative. You're going to think that you're not worth it. You're going to think that it's only for certain people and that you will never going to achieve it. Therefore, when you are, let's say in my situation, trying to sell a product, you're going to be kind of, in a way, shitty, right? You're going to have a bad attitude. Therefore, if somebody's like, well, what does this do? And you're just, with a bad face, like, get the hell away from me. I don't want to talk to you. Then people are going to feel that. And that's what I think is the biggest separator between people that are actually successful and the people that are not. And a lot has to do with how successful they get, and a lot has to do with how your attitude is. I can't really put it into words of how important this is, because every human has that sense. I don't know if you ever felt it, but has there ever been a time when you go into a store? It could be anywhere. It could be the bank. It could be a clothing store. And if there's somebody there with a bad attitude that is trying to help you, but it's just shitty attitude, like they're giving you like, what do you want? What do you need today? And you're like, well, I kind of want to see the shirt that is up there on the rack. And they're like, okay. And they're just giving you a bad attitude. You kind of want to get away from it. Even though you might want that sweater or that shirt or whatever you're looking at, their attitude can actually push you away and can make you feel like you're not even comfortable there. How? It's just their attitude, meaning you don't want to deal with this. You don't want to deal with that person. And that's how crucial it is that if in between two salespeople, if you have a person that has a bad attitude and one that has a great attitude, because we're going back to, let's say, to the same example, and there's a shirt on a rack, and I come to you and I say, hey, can you put that down? And I want to see it, right? And the salesperson has a great attitude, and they're like, sure thing, man. Well, let me take it down. Let me try it on. If it's a jacket, you put it on for them. Like, let me help you out to put it on. Right, man, that jacket just looks good on you, man. I think the way you're dressing up and the way the jacket looks is gonna be a great addition to your wardrobe. Now that it's making me feel like, damn, okay, I must look good, right? I'm gonna go into the mirror, I'm gonna check it out, I'm gonna say, wow, okay, I do look good. Let's buy it, right? So it's more about how you're interacting with people and how your attitude is always positive. Once again, though, in order for me to get to that point, I have to make sure my mentality is always good. And how do you do that? You have to make sure that you're feeding yourself positive ideas and being surrounded in an environment that is positive in order for you to be more complimentary in your everyday life. I really think that attitude has one of the best return on investment. The reason I say that is because the more you invest in yourself, in being better, in being mentally clear every day, the better it's going to be in your life. So you are the greatest thing to invest in. So I hope this message helps you guys. Once again, I can emphasize how much attitude has to do with what results you're getting out of life. So make sure you have a good attitude. Make a routine in the morning. Make sure that you are able to just tell something positive about yourself. If you're looking at the mirror and you're saying something negative every time you see yourself, then believe me, it's going to be very tough for you to actually get into a positive attitude. But instead, if you replace it and if you say, man, I look good today. I am good looking. Man, I'm going to make it today. I'm going to make a sale. I'm going to do great at work. I'm going to be respectful to other people. Whatever it is that actually gets you motivated, whatever you can tell yourself, that day is going to be completely different. You're going to see things differently. Even if something bad or something good happens in your life, you are going to see it in a whole different perspective. So try something in the morning to keep you in a good attitude, because at the end of the day, it's going to help you with your life and with your success. So I hope this helps you, and thank you again for watching. And remember, a principled life is always a successful life. So keep this principle in mind. Thank you.